From Standard, Alberta, a staple of the Western Canadian country music scene, and last year won the $50,000 Project Wild Development Program Award. Drew Gregory, how are ya?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. You've got a new song dropping July 14th called Neon Time. Now, you wrote this with Jim Collins and Wade Kirby?
Yeah, I did at Jim's house, which is a very big house because he's written a lot of big hits, which is always a little intimidating, but very exciting too. So yeah, I have a big green tractor, and she thinks my tractor's sexy, and I guess a lot of tractor songs, which is good for me because we farm as well. So it was a fun write.
He's written for Kenny Chesney, like you said, Jason Aldean,
Yep.
Gretchen Wilson, and then Wade. He's not shy with the country bigwigs too. Blake Shelton, Faith Hill. Oh my gosh, that's awesome to work with these guys.
Yeah, no, I got very fortunate with that right, and I'm glad such a great, sometimes you do write with these giant writers, and you think you're always going to get a great one, and it doesn't always work that way. You just got to keep at it. But Wade was actually late that day and came in, and me and Jim had been throwing around some ideas, and Wade just immediately said, "Hey, I had this idea on the way here. I know you want to do this honky-tonk thing." And he said, "What if that's just me on Neon Time?" And we threw out all the other ideas. That was clearly what we were going to write that day. And it came together great.
I would get to listen to the music before it comes out. And I love this tune. So you said it's honky-tonk time. And when you think of neon signs, it's back in the day. And when I heard that you're putting quarters in the jukebox, I just paid $2 for a song the other day at our local jukebox. So is this a throwback song?
Maybe, I guess so. Yeah, I don't know. It just it's sang better than a toonie, I guess.
Yeah.
Or something. But it was. I know it's probably pretty tough to get a song for that price anymore. Maybe a few old small town bars that still got the actual old thing that drops the record onto the needle. But yeah, those jukeboxes are pretty rare nowadays. But yeah, we wanted to keep it that kind of traditional country theme. We were definitely going for that John Party kind of vibe, and just the fun. We've done so many honky tonk bars playing as bands and stuff, and I've frequented them many times before I was in a band too. So know a thing or two about them, and yeah, just wanted something kind of fun loving and just about hanging out in the bars.
You're doing a few tour dates starting tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're playing bigger bars, though. You're going to be at Nashville North for the Calgary Stampede. Are you playing from the 12th to the 16th every night?
Yeah, that's a show we've done for a few years now. How Nashville North works, you kind of start early afternoon, and so I think about 10 years ago we were playing, and you get like the 2 in the afternoon slot, and we kind of kept working our way later and later at night, and then they actually last 2 years have put us on we're post headliner, so everybody's really riled up, and we get to take them from about midnight till 2 in the morning, and man, it's one of our most fun shows we have all year. It's crazy, the energy in there. I mean, the whole city, Calgary's just wild anyways for those 10 days, but yeah, that time of night people are amazingly still ready to party, so we give it to them.
So you have some bigger gigs like that. Are you still doing some bars? Or
yeah,
what's your tour look like?
Yeah, in the winter is a little more the indoor kind of the club tour kind of thing. So yeah, still playing some honky tonks. We got Ranchman's here in Calgary. They've kept that one pretty traditional, and old wooden walls and hardwood dance floor and all that kind of stuff too. So definitely like to fill our winters with that. Yeah, summer's more the big festivals and the tents and things like that too. So I love it all. I mean, just any chance we get to get out and play, that's why I do this whole music thing. I love the recording and songwriting, and the business side of things is all fun too, but for me it's always been about getting to the stage, and we get to do it a lot, so I'm very fortunate.
And when we were talking about the tractor songs, you said that you farm too.
Yeah. So
oh my gosh.
Double busy in the summer. So yeah, winters are a little slower with the farm, so that's when I get to maybe do a little more of the recording and the songwriting and stuff like that. But yeah, summer's pretty full out with the farm. We got a family farm, and just me and Dad, and yeah, keeps pretty busy during the week, and then kind of take off on the weekends to do the music thing. But just pretty fortunate to have two careers that I'm very passionate about and love them both. So yeah, can't complain.
Well, you can actually sing about your other job, and probably you have a lot of time in the tractor to figure out, There
is a lot of back and forth at 5 miles an hour just to think about some song ideas for sure.
And so when you're in your tractor and you're flipping through music, what are your 3 favorite songs to listen to right now?
Oh, that's a good question. I've been on the Indigo playlist on Spotify, which is a little more, I don't know, traditional or Americana, whatever you want to call it. But there's a new guy named Stephen Wilson Jr., and he's got a great new album out, and pretty kind of that mix of Southern rock, which I've always going to love too. So his album's top of the list right now, or has got that one kind of got me through. I always have a new album for like seeding and harvest time that gets me through. So that was one of the first ones. I always kind of listen to the radio a little bit and just see what's new and current and working. John Party's, like I mentioned him before, he's been a big influence on me too. So he's just good new stuff. And then always Eric Church. I still listen to his newest album, and he's was the guy that got me into songwriting, I would say, right off the bat. He's been one I've always loved, and love he blends that rock and roll and country too, which I've always kind of loved. So he's the other big one for me.
Okay. July 14th, we can find Neon Time on digital streaming platforms, and the internet likes you a lot too. Over 1.8 million streams you've got going. So yeah, we'll be able to find that. Now, is this song going to turn into an album, or are you going to keep dropping singles? How's that work for you?
It is, yeah. We got a couple singles recorded. We just did that this winter. Again, we did 4 this winter, and probably looking at early in the next winter once we get the farming season kind of wrapped up, trying to get back down to Nashville and do a little more songwriting. That's kind of my songwriting haven, where I can get away from the family and the farm and everything else and just concentrate on that. So I want to get back down there and then back in the studio as quick as we can. So hopefully by next winter or next spring, we'll have a couple singles would have been released off the album, and then drop the full album. So yeah, we're definitely working on a full project here.
Do you have a name for the album we can look for?
I don't. No, not yet. We haven't even written all the songs. I usually pick one of the songs' names, but maybe Neon Time will be a good song title to use for an album cover.
Well, you could put some really cool graphics in neon on the front too.
I love it, yeah.
It's a good song, and people should be really excited to hear it, dropping July 14th on streaming platforms. You can find that. Thank you so much, Drew Gregory, for taking the time with me today and filling us in on your tour. Good luck on that and that new song that drops July 14th.
Well, thank you so much for having me. I very much appreciate it.